So today we're going to talk about physical Dragon Ball Super Broly's Bad EZA. I realized a couple of key things about this EZA that makes him just why. So the first thing that I noticed about this EZA is the fact that his base form is so underwhelming. All he has is 6 key 150% attack and defense baseline. And he also gets 120% attack and defense when performing a super attack. And, well, no, he only gets 120% attack and defense when facing only one enemy. It's not when performing a super attack. I correct myself. So he gets 120% attack and defense, and he also gets an additional super attack chance for facing only one enemy. Of course, that being him launching additional attack that has a 50% chance to become a super attack. And when he's facing 2 or more enemies, he gets 150% attack and defense, and he gets a guaranteed super. So this guaranteed super and 150% attack and defense when facing 2 or more enemies is worthless unless you're in off-meta content, i.e. World Tournament, not Dokkan Battlefield because you can't face 2 enemies in Dokkan Battlefield. So basically just Battle Road and World Tournament, pretty much. There's like nothing here. Excuse me. This is ridiculous, bro. So that's the first issue. There's like nothing here. All he has is his 6 key, 150% attack and defense. And of course, you're almost always going to be facing one enemy. So he'll also get that additional 120% attack and defense and that additional super attack chance. That's it. That's all he has in his base form is 120% attack and defense and additional super attack chance when facing only one enemy. And then, of course, when facing 2 or more enemies, he gets an additional 150% attack and defense and guarantee super. That's nice and dandy in off-meta content, but guys, we're mainly looking at a meta content standpoint, and this is pretty much all he starts out with. This is bad. This is horrendous. So that's the first issue. His base form is very underwhelming. Where's his damage reduction? Where's his fucking guard? Where? You could have gave him a little bit of dodge. No? But maybe? Bare minimum least, you could have gave him guard. Like, anything? So, that's the first issue. His base form is very underwhelming. Albeit, he has a good super attack effect. He is an AoE unit, so that makes him useful for, of course, Battle Road and World Tournament. He gets 50% attack and defense 1 turn, so that is good. And he essentially auto-supers because he starts out with 6 key. But bro, this is very bad. He has nothing. Now the next problem with him is the fact that he has a worse super attack effect when he transforms. Why is he getting 30% attack and defense and massively lowering like what? I almost don't understand that. So he goes from 50% attack and defense 1 turn in his base form, obviously the better super attack effect, to 30% attack and defense 1 turn. Are we going to say that this is why they did this? Guys, newsflash, lowering defense is worthless. I mean, come on now. What is this? So we make his super attack effect worthless. What? With this massive lowering defense, of course, not the 30% attack defense. This isn't worthless, but they certainly did make it worse. Because he went from 50% attack defense 1 turn to 30% attack defense 1 turn. So he went to a worse super attack effect. And he's massively lowering defense. Like, I'm rereading this EZA before I started recording. And now that I'm recording and, like, saying it out loud to you guys, this is just so stupid. So, the first thing is the fact that he has a very underwhelming base form. The second thing is that they nerf his super attack effect in his transformation. And the third thing is that he technically is losing defense because you're, of course, going to get this 200% attack and 100% defense of facing only one enemy. Why not make that 200% attack and defense? I don't get it because remember previously in his pre-transformation, he's getting 120% attack and defense, but they opt to like give him more attack and less defense. literally don't get it. He's a raw stats unit. Raw stats units do not want less defense, guys. That's very important to them. That defensive stat is super important for them to tank those normals. And guess what? This guy doesn't do enough supers. Is he tanking normals from any tough boss? Possibly. I don't know, because this guy he's been replaced. He's been replaced by, I would say, easily the best unit in the game, that being LR fucking full power Broly. Like, yeah. He's been hard replaced by this guy. So why in the hell will we ever use this guy to link up with? Anyways, so that's the third thing. They nerf his defense when you're facing him. Like, why? It's like, granted, he's getting more ki, and of course he's getting 200% attack and defense. So I guess they gave him an additional 2 ki and 50% attack and defense for his post transformation starter turn attack and defensive buffs, as well as his ki. But this is no bueno. It's like, we don't care about 200% attack. We more so care about him having 200% attack and defense. It's like, if you're gonna go ahead and make him a raw stats unit, you gotta give him a lot of stats. That is important. One notable thing about him is the fact that he could do a lot of supers. Of course, he does his first super, he does his additional super attack chance right over here inside the first part of his passive, and he does another super attack provided you are going up against two or, well, no, that's 120% attack and defense. No, they made it unrestricted. No, they didn't. They restricted it to you doing the third super attack in battle. So he can only do up to 3 supers. I don't get this EZA. That this isn't unrestricted. This is restricted to 3 supers. I don't get this EZA. This is just so... This is a dud. This is definitely a dud. He's good if you want to do a lot of damage. It's like he can do burst damage, but I mean... You guys see what's right there? Literally... Hold on, I gotta point at him. Are we... You want to talk about damage? I love damage. And this guy right over here, do we care about what this guy's doing? So let's go ahead and go over it again. The 3 core issues with this unit. A, his pre-transformation is very underwhelming. B, they're nerfing his super attack effect when he does transform. And C, they're giving him less defense for a raw stats unit. Better yet, there's 2 more issues about this unit. We're going to add on 2 more. So the 4th issue about this unit, of course, this is a Dragon Ball Super Broly issue, is that he doesn't have big bad bosses, of course. It's understandable. Excuse me. It's understandable that, I mean, who cares? I mean, that's not a fair argument. That's not a fair argument that I'm saying who cares. But they should just give him BBB anyways. It would just help him out. Oh, man, I hate this. Oh my god. That's such a bad argument, the who cares argument. But he definitely, give him big bad bosses. Just, it's like, people could make valid criticisms towards Dragon Ball Super Broly not having big bad bosses. Fair. But I still think, regardless of that, he is technically classified as an extreme class unit. So... don't you think him being an extreme class unit, and he is technically a movie boss, he is deserving of big bad bosses? And that goes for all Dragon Ball Super Broly cards in general. Now, it's funny that Broly, Chile, and Lemo have big bad bosses, but hey, to each his own. But I think that's a 4th issue, him not having big bad bosses, as well as some other Dragon Ball Super Broly cards that deserve it. He is an extreme class card, not a super class card, give him big bad bosses. His 5th issue is the fact that he does not have a defensive ability to fall back on. No guard, no damage reduction, no dodge. No nothing. Zilch. Nada. Not a single damn thing to fall back on. So that's really it. I don't have nothing to say about this Broly. It's like, why are you using this guy? He's hard replaced by him. And even on Global, since Global's waiting on the 9th year anniversary, there's no reason to use this guy. Let's just keep it 1,000. There's literally no reason to use this guy unless you're A, using him for the World Tournament, or B, using him for Battle Road, or C, using him for just basically off-meta content as a whole. But yeah, I think that is really about it. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. I'll catch you guys next time. I love you all. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Peace.